Hi everyone who is taking time to listen to this video. God bless you so much. Thank you very much for joining the Empower Women to help your children succeed in life and to help your children sustain that which the Lord has given them through prayers. We are going to learn and we are going to talk today about showing love to our children. This is a very controversial topic. Nevertheless, these are some little tips that I have for you. It should be noted that children who feel important and are worthy at home have a higher self-esteem and have a positive outlook on life. Children who feel loved have an easier time handling conflicts with friends and siblings. They also have more respect towards others. When kids feel loved and respected at home, they develop an identity based on these responses. Studies have shown that a mother's physical affection is important for a child's development and emotional well-being. The most important thing that kids need from parents is not the numerous rules and regulations we set at home. It is the power to show them how much we love them in our actions and in our words. Oh yeah. Here are some ways we could show love to our children daily to help them to be emotionally stable and to prove our love towards them. Tell your kids how important they are to you. Yeah, by hugging them and by kissing them. Tell them all the time that, my dear, you're very important to me. I love you, I care for you. You know, that will boost your child's morale and it will prove that you love the child. Give them your attention. Listen to them even when you think they are not making any sense. Sometimes children just have their way of doing things. They have their way of reasoning. We reason with so much maturity. We reason with so much knowledge. But kids are just too naive and interesting to listen to sometimes. So don't hesitate. Give them your attention. Ask them politely what they think. Yeah, sometimes you might want to take some very important decisions at home regarding the children. It's important to go back to them and say, okay, I have decided that for breakfast we're going to eat bread and tea. What do you think? Or for lunch, we're going to eat rice and stew. What do you think? Now, that doesn't make you a lesser parent than they are, or it doesn't reduce your authority. No. It brings in collaboration and it brings in love. So that's another way to show love. The next item is praise them and encourage them all the time. Oh my. I will emphasize on this even for 4 hours. It's important that as parents, we take time to praise our children and encourage them, even when they don't meet up to our expectations. If a child does well, you say, you did well. Good. Great job. You're a good boy. You know, give encouraging words to your children. Don't always bring them down. The world is full of all those people who bring our kids down. You're stupid. You're not good enough. So try to encourage them. That shows that you love them. Okay? The next point is focus on their strength. Oh yeah. If your child is good in football, if your child is very polite, if he's good in one aspect, focus on it. Don't focus on his flaws. Don't focus on his weaknesses. Because if you focus on his weaknesses, you will never be able to show love in that area. So let's try to focus on our children's strength rather than their weaknesses. Constantly remind them of their good qualities and encourage them to continue excelling in that area. Spending quality time with your children in a one-to-one talk is also another way of showing love to your child. For some of us who have many kids, it's true that we sometimes have family meetings and we talk, but sometimes when you get to talk with one child at a time, you discover very interesting things. You find out what the child likes, you find out what the child doesn't like, you find out the things that you do as a parent that honestly, the child will tell you, Mommy, you need to stop. Or it's going to be a wake-up call that, okay, this character is not really, really, really good. So let's learn how to spend time with our children one-to-one. Yeah. You can have a walk, you can talk at home, you can look for any other platform that will be a more relaxing one for children. It depends. If your child is bigger or it's very young, those platforms will really depend on the age that your child has. Okay, show up to their extracurricular activities. Oh yes, this is another way of showing love to your child. For example, if your child is going to participate in a music competition or a football competition that has nothing to do with school, please show up to these activities. It shows that you really love that child, and it transmits a positive message to the child. Even in school, some parents are too busy to take part in their kids' graduation ceremony, in their end of year party in school, whereas these children take time to invite us. Please, after listening to this video, make it an assignment to always take part. Even if you can't stay there till the end, please show up. It's very important. I remember when my husband used to take part in my children's end of year party in school, and they used to be so happy that daddy was around, and they'll be proud when they are dancing, when they're doing dancing competition. You see my daughter whining and dancing and showing all her styles, and I'll be like, oh, she's proud that her daddy is here. So please, let's make it a date to always show up in these activities, okay? Respect their feelings. It's another way of showing love. Yeah. We have to learn how to respect one another despite our age. Yes. The fact that you're a parent doesn't mean that you're not going to respect your child's feeling. It's not a sign of being, I don't know, it's a sign of submission and love. It's not a sign of, how do I put it? Of being ridiculous in front of a child. Because when we think of respecting the child's feelings, some parents say, I am the parent and the child is obliged to obey. Let's not forget that we're trying to build these children to become better people in life. And we have to respect their feelings. We have to dilute our tongue, that's dilute our words, dilute the things that we say, look for a better way to say it. Because every seed that we put in the lives of our children will either bless or curse them. So respect the feelings of your children. Don't talk down on them. Don't insult them in front of people. Don't insult them in front of siblings. Respect their feelings. Okay? The next point is be patient with them. Oh yeah, patience is a virtue. And if you're not patient enough, start praying that, Lord, in the name of Jesus, I speak in my life that I am patient in the way I act with my children and in everything that I do. Because if you don't learn how to be patient with kids or with your children, you will lose it. Be very patient with them, forgive them for their mistakes, and tell them we are all liable to make mistakes. Yes. The next point, acknowledge when you are wrong. Don't be too proud to say that you are sorry. It will also teach them how to say it when they go wrong. Yes, I remember one time I wronged my son. I actually dropped something somewhere, and someone else picked it up, and my son told me he wasn't the one who took it. And I insisted until he started crying. And I said, okay, if I discover that you actually took it and you're not telling the truth, I will put you on punishment. But he was so sincere until the father was like, come on, give this guy some credit. Days after, I realized that he was actually not the one who took it. And I felt bad. I went back to him and I had to apologize. I said, I was sorry. I was sorry. I was really sorry that I doubted you and I thought you were telling a lie. And do you know what he told me? He said, Mom, why would you even think that I would do that? And I felt bad. So let's acknowledge when we are wrong. We can't always be right as parents, okay? We can't always be right. The last and the most important point. No, before I go to the last point, another aspect is giving them gifts. Now, when you go out and come back home and buy lollipop for your child, in Africa and in Cameroon precisely, you can have lollipop for 25 friends, from 25 friends upward. Just that gift would put so much excitement in the face of the child. So sometimes it's not all about having too much money. It's about the willingness to offer something, a gift to the child. Offering gifts to your children is also another way of showing them that you love them. So please, let's put this in practice and have a better relationship with our children. The last point that I think is the most important and is the best of all is telling them about the greatest love of all time, that is Jesus Christ. If you want to show love to your child and you don't tell the child about God, about Jesus, who showed the greatest love by dying on the cross for us to reconcile us with the Father, then honestly, I think that your love that you're showing has one leg hanging and the other broken. God so loved the world that he gave his only Son to die on the cross for us, that whosoever believes in him shall not die but have everlasting life. That should be the desire of every parent, to show so much love to your child, to bring your child to Christ, so that on the last day when the church will be raptured, your child will be among. Don't forget that each assignment, that every gift that God is giving us is for us to nurture that gift, and we'll be accountable for it. When you go to heaven, just imagine on the judgment day, and God is asking you, that my dear, I gave you a son. Give me an account of what you did. And you will say, I bought sweets for the child, I respected the child, I loved the child, and I did all my best, but you didn't tell this child about God. What will you tell God if you haven't been doing that? Please, let's tell God, let's tell our children about this God who so loved us. That's the greatest love of all. Okay? So if you love your children, you will tell them about Christ. If you love your children, you will bring them to give their life to Christ. You will make sure that they follow the ways of God so that they can better fulfill purpose. No one can fulfill purpose without God, because it's God who created you. Yeah, it's God who created us. So telling your children about God, encouraging them to serve God, encouraging them to follow the ways of God is another way of showing them love. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to this audio. God bless you so much.